we've got a book here, A Fool's Guide to Business Startup. Wow, A Fool's Guide to Business Startup. Whenever I see a book with the title, A Fool's Guide, I first check whether I'm a fool in that area. Once I ascertain that I'm a fool in that area, I grab the book and I read. Well, that's on a lighter note. Nobody is really a fool, if you get it. A Fool's Guide to Business Startup. This book is rich. If you have this vision to start your own business one day, if you always nursed that vision to start your own business one day, and you've kept procrastinating, or you've never known how to go about it, or you tried and failed, well, you have to read this one. And the guest joins us today to discuss this book and share ideas from it. Enjoy this.
Anulika Enemuo is an entrepreneur with a legal background. Enemuo holds a bachelor's degree in law from the University of Sheffield in the UK and a master's degree in international commercial law from King's College London. After practicing law for years in international law firms in the UK and Nigeria, she transitioned from the legal industry to starting and running multiple businesses. She is currently a business and marketing coach and CEO of Owen Corporate Services, a human resource and personnel recruitment company. Enemuo joins Channel's book club to discuss her book, A Fool's Guide to Business Startup.
Anulika Enemuo. Welcome to Channel's book club.
My pleasure.
You know, Igbo is interesting. Did I pronounce that well?
Yes, you tried, but it's more of the sound.
The is a bit silent, right? It's supposed to be silent. The
Yes, so it's yes.
Anulika.
Because it has the N and the apostrophe on top.
On top. Interesting. You know, we are so rich in Nigeria.
We are.
So rich. But what do your friends call you? What's your nickname?
Choco Mommy.
Because you have 3 Choco boys. Yes. Can I call you Choco Mommy?
You can.
It's easier. Welcome. So you've got this rich academic background. You studied international law, right?
Commercial.
International commercial law, Sheffield. You are a mother, you are a wife. And then you've ended up, you thought business is it for you. What's the story? That's the story that led to this book, right?
Yes, it is. I went to school. It was very exciting until I started working. So the reality between school and the actual working place was a huge gap. After I finished school, I started working in one of the top law firms in Nigeria. It became long hours, and the pay was no longer commensurate to what I wanted. But more especially, I wanted more time. So I wanted more time, I wanted more money. And I did my research, I figured that business is actually what can deliver that for me.
Is that the motivation for most people? Is that what most people want? More money, more time. Is that what usually leads to business?
For me, yes. But when you actually look at it, a lot of people start to get disgruntled because it's the same amount of effort you're going to put in. You feel like you're putting in this effort for somebody else when you can do the same for yourself and get same or even better results. So most people tend to be money, but other people might be other things.
But there are many employees that are fulfilled, right? They've got their jobs and maybe they don't earn so much and they don't have so much time, but they are happy on their jobs. Is that the right observation?
Well, you know, in terms of happiness is relative.
Yeah.
So you have to really know yourself. If you genuinely feel like you're happy, that's okay. But if you're not, I can't tell if somebody else is happy. They can tell me they're happy because maybe they are earning money, they are afraid to leave the job, maybe they have compared themselves to their other peers and they feel like they're earning better and they feel like they might not get anything else, so they will define their happiness in that box. But for somebody else, you can just be, I want more flexibility. I want new challenge. I just want to own my own thing. Yeah. So I definitely know there are employees that are happy, but there are a lot that are unhappy, and some just don't even know.
Some don't even know. But you've written this specifically
yes.
for the man, the woman, the young man, the young woman out there who has been nursing the idea of starting a business, right?
Yes.
Or one who is out there who can be a great business person but doesn't even realize it, yes. Right?
Yes.
Those are the people you've written this book for. A Fool's Guide to Business Startup. You didn't actually mean to call anybody a fool, right?
No, not sweet.
Just joking. There are many great books with this title.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, so it's a common, A Fool's Guide to Business Startup. This is a good manual. It's small, it's handy, it's easy to read. All those people out there who are rushing, who don't have patience to read big books, and all that, you've done them good with this. Well done.
Thank you.
I mean, it's something readable in a very short time. And looking through it, you've touched on all the right spots. But what did you write here about identifying your business idea? Because a lot of people are confused.
Fantastic, because this is the point. So many people want to start up a business, and they're pretty much in limbo. They're wondering, what should I start? Something I've started, somebody else has done it before. So in this book, I really tell you, you don't need to look far. A few basic things to go. For me, for example, as a lawyer, and you've asked a lot of lawyers, they even start a business that they do not know. They start doing, legal templates for their friends and their family. We call it like private practice. And then some people, you can bake, you make cakes. In my case, one of my first businesses was event management. I used to go into like a wedding or a family gathering, and if it's disorganized, I'm already stressed. So I started to look around, I asked people around me. You would listen to people and they say, you're good at this, you do this easily. So I always say, start from there and make a list of the things that are coming to you and work your way from the top to the bottom.
So things that you already do,
yes,
that you take for granted,
exactly,
that you enjoy doing.
Yes.
So don't look too far.
Don't look too far.
The things you do regularly, the things you do for fun, the things you take for granted.
Or the things that frustrate you.
Or the things that frustrate you, that make you angry and upset. That's where to search first for your business idea.
Yes.
That's brilliant. Because at times, people are thinking of some big business somewhere, far away, and all that. Now, you wrote here, because we can't run through everything, I will pick on the parts that I found very interesting. Goal setting is in chapter 3. What were you saying here?
This is also one of my favorite chapters. Because goal setting is a bit like getting into a car, and you're expecting your GPS to take you somewhere, but you haven't told the GPS where you're going to. So not just for business, for every aspect of our life, you need to set goals. Even statistics are kind of shown that when you set goals and write it down, you have given yourself a 43% chance of more success. So you have to set a goal for that business, for that life, even for your job. So you know exactly where you're going to. And then everything starts to work towards that goal.
Finally, writing a book is always an experience. I know that from speaking to so many authors and, writing a few myself. How does it, what's next for you now? You've written this, comes out lovely. What's next for you? Were you inspired by this experience to write another one? Is there another one coming?
Right now, the answer is no. But I was actually inspired after this book to write courses. Because remember, I'm looking around what we have right now. Like you said, attention span of people and trying to get people to do the right thing, but in form of courses. There might be another book, I don't know. Right now, there's no book on the way, but there are many more courses on the way, and I mentioned some of them in the book.
Yes, thank you very much. And I really wish a lot of people will pick this up. A lot of people who have that dream, that desire to start their own businesses, pick up this book and read, because it's really nice to read. It's very easy to read, and it's loaded. Yeah. Well done. Congratulations. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for giving and sharing this with us at the beginning of 2023. People are setting their goals right now. People want to do great things this year, and quite a number of them have the vision to start, their own businesses. So they will find this very useful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Father. Thank you for having me.
Thanks.